welcome to our channel. We're Dirt Road Couple. I'm Carrie.
And I'm Jay. And we are very excited to bring you this video today because we're talking about one of our favorite must-have, or very nice to have, pieces of gear.
Yes.
The Rinse Kit Pod.
The Rinse Kit Pod. A Rinse Kit.
Yeah. Why is it so dirty and broken looking?
Well, because it gets used. This got used every day of our trip last year, and it's just a good piece of gear. So.
Wait a minute. So this is not one of these gear reviews in a sterile studio someplace with some people?
Happen?
Oh yeah, by people who've never actually used the gear. They got it for free.
No.
They play with it for 10 seconds and then they go to the Hilton at the beach.
No, we did not get this for free. Not sponsored. I totally wish it was. Rinse Kit, if you're listening, you could send me the heater unit for this. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, no, we bought this with our own money. We used it. It is covered in dirt. We got a little broken piece because, you know, stuff happens when you're on the road, and then you have to adapt and overcome, hence the bungee cord. You can never have too many bungee cords. But anyway, Jay, you want to tell them about this Rinse Kit?
Yeah, Rinse Kit Pod. Like I said, there's a number of different versions of this, but this is the pod. This is their smallest, like most compact one. Holds 1.5 gallons of water, and we didn't mention it yet, but what's special about this is it's pressurized. And because it's pressurized, you can use it like a regular hose. Like I said, this one holds about 1.5 gallons, and they claim that it gives you a runtime of about 3.5 minutes, depending on what type of setting you have the shower head on.
I would say that that's close. In my experience with it, I would say that that's about right. Split up between dishes and a shower and brushing your teeth at night, and you only had to fill it up every couple of days, so I would definitely say that it runs for about 3.5 minutes.
Have you showered with this?
I have. I would not recommend showering with this in Colorado in the mountains when it's 35 degrees or less, because we were there and yeah, that was way too cold. But then when we moved to Utah, it was warm, nobody was around. Jay, give me a spray. And yep.
Wait, should we
simulate?
So for showering, it was like,
woo. Then you soap, you do a little rinse, then you do a little soap. You don't ever wash your hair while you're gone, which is kind of gross, unless you hit hot springs. But anyway, then you soap up, then you get rinsed, you turn around, you rinse my back, you rinse my front. Woo! All right, done. In 15 seconds.
And then you just pack it all up like this. Now we'll talk about here in a second how you fill this sucker up. How do you fill this sucker up?
I don't know. Jay, that's Jay's department.
Yeah, so there's actually a couple ways to do this.
There's so much in your department.
There's actually a couple ways to do this. It's really ingenious. And as a side note, this was actually featured on Shark Tank. I think that's where these guys got their start, which is pretty cool.
Genius.
It's obviously, I said this is pressurized. The best way to do it and the easiest way to do it is to use your faucet in the house or your or your garden hose.
It's all right.
Yeah, so it comes with a couple of adapters. It comes with this hose adapter. You simply screw it onto your hose like that, or your faucet in the house if you've got one with threads on it.
Do you need your lovely assistant
My lovely
to turn
assistant.
on the water
well,
for you?
no, lovely assistant. Could you hold that for me for a second? All right, so
I shall indeed.
You don't need a lovely assistant, but since I have one, and then so there's a cool little quick disconnect on the sprayer that comes off. You attach this piece into the quick connect like that, and then you turn on the faucet. So she's going to go turn on the faucet, and we'll be right back. So my lovely assistant has turned on the hose. It's filling up. Oh, wait a minute. You know, there's a on and off switch here, actually. So my lovely assistant has just turned on the hose. Now I need to turn this on to allow the flow. Oh, and I can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it, but it is filling up rapidly. You don't have to worry about overfilling it. It will stop when it reaches its maximum pressure. See how long this takes. Not very long, about 1 minute, I would say, if that. So after we turned on that faucet, we will just let it run until it fills up. You'll hear the water going into it, and then when it stops, you'll know you're full. So it's full right now. I'm gonna yell to my lovely assistant, you can turn off the faucet. Okay. All right, while she's turning that off and coming back, this is your, you need to turn this off, your shut-off valve, because if I pull this off right now, you're gonna see a little bit of water come out of here, probably. Whoop. It would also squirt out of here. That would have been good if I would have squirted her with that. I should have waited until she got back.
So funny.
So now it's filled, and we're just going to put this back on, And as soon as I turn this on, we're good to go. All right, so we're filled up. And now what it does, it's achieved the pressure that the house pressure, which, I don't know, the directions say at 60 PSI gives you about 3 minutes and 30 seconds of flow. It's got different settings on your, this is the same kind of nozzle you can get at your local hardware store. You probably have one at home. Similar to this, it's got a mist, a center, flat, jet, shower, etc.
Shower's a good one.
Okay, so.
No!
All right, so why don't you do it?
All
so
right.
This is kind of like the best one. This is your shower.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's shower. Why don't you show them all of the settings,
Okay.
Carrie?
Jet.
Ooh, powerful. But see, when you get into these, you're going to use a lot of your water quicker.
Flat. I don't know why you would use that. Center.
This is the one we use a lot because it gives. Yeah, because
I
it
feel
gives.
like I used the shower.
Well, center is good. You actually use this. She's just forgotten. The center is good because it will give you some pretty good pressure coming out of here, but it doesn't use a ton of water, so it kind of conserves your water a little bit.
Mist, in case you're in the desert and you need to be misted. And now we're back to shower.
Yeah, let me see that misting one for a second.
No,
So we can
stop it!
I think our viewers at home,
No, stop
let
it.
me know in the comments below if you want me to do another video where we hose her down. All right, so just a couple little tips. This thing's pretty straightforward, obviously. It's just a pressurized water container. When you wrap your hose back up on here, it's very compact and easy to transport. So it wraps up nicely, and it's supposed to connect into this little holder here, but it broke on our first trip. I don't know if that was because I was aggressive with it. I don't think so, but that held it nice and tight. So if I called Rinse Kit, I'm sure I could get a replacement little rubber band thing here, but all we did is we had these bungee cords, so we just rigged this up and we
Good as new.
MacGyvered it
Little
up.
MacGyver.
So that's it.
action.
That's your Rinse Kit.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah, what's your
How
question?
do you fill it up when you don't have water from a hose when you're on the trail and you don't have a sink? How do you fill this up?
Yeah, that's a good question, Carrie.
How do you get pressure? I know how you fill it. How do you get pressure in it?
Yeah, they sell an accessory, this little hand pump that you can use to put pressure into this. And this is what we use 90% of the time, because the only time this is actually pressured is when we leave the house for the very first time, right? After that, we're back to the pump.
Normally we take like a gallon jug from, if we get at the grocery store and we just pour it in, and then Jay has to pressurize it himself.
Yeah, she's talking about pouring it in. So on the side here, there's a plug, a cap. You take your cap out.
Cap?
You can fill it up with whatever kind of water source you have. We usually use gallon jugs or our jerry can to fill it up with. You put your pump into the side.
We are here to pump you up.
Screw it in.
You're so strong. You're so strong, Jay.
I work out. Not really. Okay, so there's actually a little pressure gauge here on the side that has got a little green band in it that will show you when it's full.
I was gonna say, what about the red band? You probably don't want to go past that.
You don't want to go into the reds. All right.
All right.
Okay, about 250. Now, mind you, we squirted that off. You saw us earlier in the video, so this wasn't topped all the way up, but it took us 250 pumps to get this thing up to speed, which seems like a lot. It doesn't really take a lot of effort, and you got pressurized water, so it's worth the little effort.
You really don't have to do it. Honestly, we did it maybe every 3 days, had to do that. So, depending on how much water.
Yeah, and then you're back at it again. It's a great piece of gear. Like this is game changing, and it's got a nice lengthy hose, so you can hook it up, rig it up for a shower. Again, in the comments below.
Please do not.
If you want Carrie to take a shower, put it in the comments below. But yeah, it's great for hosing stuff off. This is made dinner cleanup really good. Now, like I said,
washing your hands for dinner. You can wash your hands. It's nice.
I think the hand pump is a must-have with this. And another nice-to-have would be the heater. There's a heating element that you can put in the side here also that runs off your 12-volt in the truck or car. That will heat up your water. And then you can take a nice warm shower.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So maybe that would be our next purchase, perhaps.
Or another Christmas gift for my mom to get us.
We need it before Christmas, though.
So how much does this little bad boy cost?
Yeah,
how much did you spend on this?
These are about 129, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Is that what I'm pretty sure it was 129.
Rinsekit.com.
Yeah, on rinsekit.com. And like I said, they have other ones. This is their most compact version, the Rinsekit Pod. They've got like the Rinsekit Pro, which now is like 4.5 gallons. They got a Rinsekit Pro that's 3.5 gallons. That one's really nice because it runs off of a battery powered pump. So you don't have to deal with any of this. You just dump the water in it, push the button, and you'll get however many minutes of pressurized spray time. Those look really nice.
They do look really nice. I like this because we travel in that Tacoma and there's no extra room. So for us to carry another thing of water or any more water is going to be heavier and just bulkier. So this is a great little thing that you can stick into a small space and it works. It works great. So
yeah, it's dirt road couple
recommended.
I think you're supposed to say, hey, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe because it really helps out the channel.
It really helps out the channel.
Yeah, you're supposed to say that.
Yeah.
It really helps out the channel.
So, yeah. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, hit us up in the comments below. Yeah. And we'll see you soon with another gear review or hopefully a trip because I'm getting ready to go for a trip.
Yeah, we need a new...
We're itching to go somewhere.
Itching to go.
All right.
We'll see you down the road.